everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Andrew Rants, a video series where I stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world and I bitch and complain about stuff that annoys me, bothers me, and pisses me right the hell off. And today, I want to talk about some anime shows. Now, I know somebody out there is going to go, Andrew, you always talk about anime. Give me something else. Talk about the sky. Talk about the world. Talk about anything but anime. Okay. Sky's blue. The trees are green. The grass is green. The black top is like a bluish hue to me. Clouds are white and fluffy. Sometimes dark if it's going to rain and give a storm. Now I want to talk about anime, goddammit. And specifically in today's rant, there's an anime series that's out right now called Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. And I know this one's going to be instantly known to a lot of people, because I have been watching a lot of people talking about the anime season that we've had so far. They're complaining that, oh my god, this anime season has sucked. We've had a bunch of crap. And they instantly bitch this show out. It's like this show, Rent a Girlfriend, and half a dozen others. They're just flat out bitching them out. I mean, everybody's going to find something to complain about. Hell, I could give you a few anime that I'm not a fan of. Fruits Basket comes to mind. Dragon Ball GT. Battle Programmer Shirane. I'm definitely not a huge fan of any of the sports anime. Don't even get me started on a few of the weird titles. So, I mean, there's a lot that I'm not a fan of. Pokemon seems to keep wanting to try to test that water, but it knows better now. But still, I at least have what I'd like to say is the mindset, I guess you could say, to justify something other than how it looks. I don't judge something by its cover. Okay? I try to give it a chance. Now, more often than not, the plot reveals what the show's going to be about. Nope, that's it. If the plot sucks, the show doesn't got a chance. You could have the greatest ensemble cast ever. They could literally be shitting gold bricks in that voice acting booth, and those characters could be writing checks that every single one of those people behind the scenes, the distributors, the creators, everybody's getting money out their ass per episode. And I mean like enough that they could retire in a week and never have to work a day in their lives. You could have a series like that. If the plot sucks, I don't care. But when it comes to this one, I am a fan of what I like to call slice of life style shows. And this is one that's really humble, it's really nice, and I wish people would back the fucking hell off of it. Now look, we're going to have this little talk right here, right now, okay? And I mean this, goddammit. So, let's just get the elephant out of the room. Yeah, Uzaki-chan is extremely well endowed. Okay, she's a little small in stature. And people are instantly thinking, oh my god, she's a teenager, she's 13, oh my god, this is adultery. First off, she was 19 when the series started. Because literally within the first, I think, like 6 episodes, she turned 20. So, she's now 20. Second, courtesy of Matt Pat, once again, because, you know, thank you so much, you wonderful pain in my goddamn ass. I learned that the age of consent is different between prefectures in Japan. Thanks a lot, Matt Pat, for teaching me that. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. So, the sad part is, how she looks is irrelevant. And that brings up another interesting point, and I'd like to stress this one if I may. Everybody's fucking different in the world! Not everybody looks the same, we don't all dress the same, we don't all act the same. If we did, we would all be giant gray blobs. Okay? No originality, no personality, no individuality. We would all be gray blobs. Alright? Just because somebody's a little shorter, because somebody's a little taller, a little fatter, a little skinnier, doesn't mean that they're not a person. So Uzaki-chan looks like a teenager. She's 20 years old. I knew somebody that they looked like a fucking adult when they were a teenager. Hell, I got mistaken for being older than I am. When you ask some of the kids nowadays, like teenagers and that, going to high school and college, I mean, where I worked at, we had a little game, the one holiday. Guess how old I was? Okay? I was 30 at the time. This would have been last holiday. Some were guessing I was in my goddamn 50s. Yeah. You've seen me. You've seen my face. It's in the little logo down here in the bottom corner. Look at that logo. Look at that handsome son of a bitch. Better yet, pause the end of the video where you're going to see a big-ass picture of me with my YouTube channel name scrolled out across the bottom. I don't look like an average person. So, okay, Uzaki-chan looks a little, characteristic. Here's a newsflash for you. It's anime. It's fiction. There's always a fun game that those of us that love watching shonen series love to play. It's called Spot the Protagonist. You want to know how you play that game? You look for the hairstyle that's way different than the others. You know that old song, one of these things is unlike the other? Yeah, look for the hairstyle that definitely stands the fuck out. That is your goddamn protagonist. Nobody has hair like that. I don't see anybody rocking a Yugi hairdo in everyday public. I don't see anybody rocking massive bangs covering half their fucking face. It's anime. You're supposed to suspend disbelief. I have this argument with my grandfather almost every time we watch a science fiction movie or we watch an action movie and they do something that he yells, no, that's not possible. Suspend your disbelief. Okay? It's fiction. It's meant to entertain you. It's meant to give you something to not focus on your horrible life for 30 minutes, or actually about 21 to 23 minutes, depending on which series it is. But still, it's a fantasy. Even the slice of life stuff is a fantasy. Okay? Because none of that shit happens. I mean, it might in certain circles, in certain circumstances, maybe, but still. It's fantasy. It's fiction. It's an anime series. Suspend your goddamn disbelief. And then there are people that are bitching about the plot. Oh, well, she's really annoying. Oh, well, she's a boss. They're comparing it to Umateru-chan. It's, by the way, I love that series too, by the way. That was really funny. I always love that. But it's like, okay. So, what? That one's annoying too. She's, all prim and proper when she's out the door. And she goes to school. When she comes home, she acts like a 5-year-old child. That's the whole joke. I get it. It's funny. We act differently when we're not around people. When I'm at work, I act like a stern son of a fucking bitch. Like, I'm cold, I'm distant, I don't like talking that much, and it takes a while for me to warm up to people before I feel comfortable enough to open up and start talking to them. When I'm at home, I act like a goddamn goofball. I'll do videos like this. I will scream into a microphone when I'm at home in the privacy of my own goddamn home. I am not the type of person that contemplates and copies myself outside, inside. Why the hell should I do that? That just proves that we're different from the outside to the inside. When we're outdoors, we look like this. We act like this. But when we're behind closed doors, we act like this. It doesn't paint any of us in a bad light. It just basically says that, look, this is how we are. We're different when nobody's watching us. We're not having to put ourselves on stage for the audience to see us and basically react to us. So people complaining that, oh, well, Uzaki-chan's really annoying. That's the whole point. She's supposed to be annoying. That's her shtick. That's her entire deal. She's the annoying friend. She's the one that wants to hang out all the time. She wants to be with Senpai. That's her entire thing. It's not a, oh, well, she's just doing this for the hell of it. That's her thing. God. And this isn't the only series that people have constantly given bad press and bad publicity to. I mean, look at all the people bitching about Fire Force when it first started. That royally annoyed me. I'm like, this is a goddamn beautiful series. I didn't even read the manga before I started watching this. I read, like, part of a chapter that somebody had up in pictures to point out a plot point or something that I saw online, but that was about it. I haven't actually sat down and read the manga yet. But I've seen most of the episodes. I gotta catch back up, though, a little bit, but I've seen most of the episodes. I loved it. I fell in love with it the moment I started watching it. The first episode, I'm like, my God, this is beautiful. Just like Dr. Stone. That was beautiful. And there are series that work really well when you basically watch it and it's like, hey, this isn't a bad series. Why do people hate it so much? And their arguments are always, well, the plot sucks, the characters are annoying. Okay, let me stop you there. I could argue that same thing for a few Western shows. May I introduce you to Teen Titans Go by chance? Or Thundercats Roar, which may or may not have been canceled, I've possibly heard. Which if it has, thank God. May I even introduce you to a little known show that has been around for 21-ish years called SpongeBob Motherfucking SquarePants! And you have the audacity to complain about an anime series just because, oh, well, the girl's really busty. Uh-huh. And your point is what? Well, that's not accurate. It's fantasy. It's fiction. If it were supposed to mimic real life, nobody would do anything. I mean, I had that issue when I started drawing, and the first like full body drawing that I did, because I'm practicing drawing the female form first for anime and manga, because I read that if you practice one that you're not comfortable with, I mean like you're nervous about doing, it'll make you less nervous, and then you can transfer the skills you learn doing that to do the one that you are more comfortable with. It makes sense, and it does work. I have been improving my drawings. But of course, my one friend, first words out of her mouth, well, that's not very accurate. She's really busty. Yes, I'm well aware. That's the thing. Plus, she's leaning forward a bit. I have the proportions and I have the perspective set up for that. Oh. I don't like it. Of course you don't. But, you know, this is the main issue that I have. Look, if you want to ride your high horse, your moral high horse and what have you, be my guest. Ride Blitzen there all over town, okay? Take their horse and take Mr. Ed there and ride through the streets with my blessing. Go for it. At the end of the day, it's fiction, okay? It's fiction. Oh, well, if I'm mimicking shit that I'm watching that's fiction, then I guess I want to go on a quest to find 7 magical orbs that if I bring them all together will give me a wish. Technically, I have the 7. I just have to find them again in my room somewhere. Or, I'm going to become the greatest hunter in the world. Oh, no, I got it. I'm going to go enslave little monsters inside of a tiny-ass ball and force them to do my bidding in combat against other monsters held by other people in tiny little balls. It's fiction. We're always going to have something to complain about when it comes to an anime or a manga series or a show. And the thing is, we can't always get our way. Oh, well, I don't like it. I don't think others should watch it either. I mean, the one review that I watched that they actually talked about, Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, basically was like, well, I didn't like it. It turned me off. And I told my boyfriend, well, you're not going to like it either. He watched one episode and goes, no, I don't like it either. Of course he's going to say that. Of course he's going to say that. Because if he does it, you're going to bitch at him. You're going to go, well, how come you like it? I don't like it. It's a stupid show. You shouldn't like it either. Because that seems to be the mentality. I mean, no disrespect to people, but that's sort of what it seems like. If one person hates something, everybody has to follow suit. I suffered through that a lot when I was in school. My whole elementary school career, hell, most of my school life, actually, I was under the stigma of, he's really tall. The parents hated me with a passion because I was really tall. I might hurt their kids. I might not know my own strength. Their kids might come home with bruises and broken arms. They wanted me expelled because I was tall. I was big. How do you think I felt? Because their mentality was, I don't like him. That got passed off to their kids, who then took it upon themselves to hate me as well. Regardless of the fact that I'm a nice guy when you get to know me, they just were like, oh no, because my parents don't like him, I gotta hate him too. Now, happily, some didn't buy into the whole thing, but still, for the sake of being seen and hanging out with the cool kids, they refused to talk to me. They refused to be seen with me or even talking to me. So yeah, it sucked for me. But then you have people that'll just go, oh well, that's the way it goes. Just deal with it. Sure, I'll just fucking deal with it. All right, sure. No. And then you have this. Well, I don't like the show. You shouldn't like it either. Let somebody else make up their mind for them. Just because one episode sucked, give it a couple episodes. The first episode may not have been your cup of tea. It might have picked up at episode 2. You know, episode 2 could have changed your opinion. Or there could have been an episode down the road that could have changed your mind. Hopefully a lot of these people will go back and rewatch the show and really give it another look with a cleaner set of eyes. And go into it and go, you know what? This isn't as bad as I thought. I mean, I did that. I hated Dragon Ball Z when I first saw it. Then I watched an episode like months later, and I was like, you know what? This really isn't that bad. And then I fell in love with it. But still, it is what it is. I mean, you can't just say, oh, I hate this, or oh, I'm not a fan of this. Just because you don't like it, you want others to hate it with you. And I know somebody out there is going to go, well, Andrew, that's sort of what you're doing. No, I'm expressing my opinion. If you share in that opinion, that's fine. I'm not forcing you to agree with my opinion. I'm ranting. It's my opinion that I'm ranting about. It's, I'm not a fan of this. I don't like this. I think this is stupid. I'm not telling you to think the same way that I am. I'm just voicing my opinion and making my point known. If you share in that, that's fine. That's why I say at the end of all my videos, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you like it or do you hate it? I give both sides of the equation a chance to voice their own opinions. So I'm not the type of person that's doing this. But there are people that'll go, I didn't like the show because I thought the character was stupid. They were highly annoying. I don't like Battle Programmer Shirane because I thought that thing was a fucking train wreck of a goddamn series that was stupid and idiotic. I don't like Fruits Basket because it pisses me off. And GT can fucking blow me. But still, I mean, there are people that will hate on stuff for no valid reason. I mean, a perfect example, take Dragon Ball Z, for example. The Boo Saga. The whole Boo Saga. People hate it. There are so many people that said that it should have ended after the Cell Saga. That's it. It's done. But the problem is, it wasn't. Think of it this way. When Dragon Ball ended, everything that they had done was done on Earth. When Dragon Ball Z started, we opened up the entire universe as a playground. The possibilities that there are other beings out there, as strong or stronger than our characters that we have come to know, love, and respect, was instantly brought to the table. The Android Saga proved that there can still be threats from the Earth, but at the same time, we still have the threats from out there to deal with as well. The Boo Saga brought that point home. Of course, that's also where the show kind of jumped into the Saiyan show, and I will admit that, but the other characters still got a chance to shine from time to time. They weren't thrown to the wayside and told, this is all the better you're going to be. That's it, you're done. You're never going to get any further than this. I mean, Krillin kicked ass in Super. Tien Shinhan kicked ass in Super. How Master Roshi, who was basically useless since Dragon Ball, kicked ass in Super. Okay? What does that tell you? Piccolo is even useful. Okay, well, it focused on the Saiyans and not so much the other ones. Well, yeah, the Saiyans were the warrior race. They're basically protecting the Earth. Goku and Vegeta, the only two full-blooded Saiyans left, because I am still not buying that whole Broly thing since they made minus canon. They can kiss my fucking ass on that. I'm of the original canonicity, not the revamped canonicity. I am dead serious on that. Broly can be canon, that's fine. I'm not buying the bullshit of minus. So, but you figure with Goku and Vegeta being the only two full-blooded Saiyans on Earth, and all the half Saiyans and Pan the quarter Saiyan, yeah, it makes sense. The Saiyans are defending the Earth. Even the half Saiyans aren't as powerful as the full-blooded Saiyans, so they still don't have the complete aspect. But at the same time, we know the characters reached their pinnacle back in the Cell games. Hell, remember, it took Gohan to take down Cell with his father's help. From the other world, mind you. Tien, Krillin, Piccolo, Yamcha, and Vegeta were helping Gohan. And Vegeta is a Saiyan. He's the one that hit Cell enough to distract him so Gohan could finish him off. But the others were basically trying to buy him time to push the Kamehameha wave back into Cell. The Saiyan, if you want to argue that it became the Saiyan show, yeah, that was back at the end of the Cell saga. Basically, Krillin even said it. If nobody can beat them, you guys are Super Saiyans. You guys should be able to handle this. It was basically going to be down to Goku anyway. Not one person going into that fight, besides maybe Vegeta, figured that Goku was not going to take down Cell. Hell, when I first saw it, I figured Goku was going to take down Cell. I didn't know we were going to give Gohan the shot here. It was very good, by the way, because opened up Super Saiyan 2 and then boom. But yeah, now granted, okay, we had all that potential shot to hell. 7 years of peace will do that. 7 years where you don't have to fight life and death battles. 7 years where you can relax and breathe a sigh of relief. That will do that. That will do that. And remember, Gohan isn't a full-blooded Saiyan. He's only a half Saiyan. Still. But of course, so many people hate the Buu Saga. And they want others to hate it too. Look at Team 4-Star. I'm still in the opinion they had no intention of ever doing Season 4. Because when they were doing Buu's Fury for their December run, they actually came right out and said that, the Buu Saga is not one of our favorites. That should have been a red flag. They were never going to do Season 4. But it's like, just because a lot of other people hate the Buu Saga, oh no, if you like the Buu Saga, no, you're wrong. You can't like the Buu Saga. I like the Buu Saga. I think it's fun. It's interesting. Mostly because the Super Saiyans didn't get that much chance to shine. When they were first introduced, it was Goku whooping Frieza's ass. Then Future Trunks came and finished Frieza off. Then the androids came, trounced Super Saiyan, and then Cell came and was a match for Super Saiyan. So having something that's stronger than Super Saiyan, but then we have the other levels of Super Saiyan, are a unique twist. It levels the playing field. Because we know that regular Super Saiyan couldn't handle the androids, so we needed to ascend to the higher levels. So of course, we're going to have another threat that the ascended level won't be enough for. And we're going to have to go beyond it. That's what the Buu Saga opened up. And that's my point with a lot of this. You can't just hate a show like Uzaki-chan or the Buu Saga of Dragon Ball Z or Umatru. You can't hate a show just because you're not a fan of how it goes. And you can't force your hatred onto other people and go, oh, no, you can't like this show. I'm your friend. You can't like this show. It's stupid. There are a lot of people that might like the show. It might be their guilty pleasure. They might really like it. But yeah, I mean, I understand. There's some stuff that I don't like that others do. I royally hate SpongeBob, but others love it. I don't see how, but I don't basically tell them, no, you're wrong, you gotta stop liking SpongeBob. You wanna like SpongeBob? Fine, be my guest. I hate SpongeBob, I will voice my opinion, we'll just agree to disagree. I agree you like SpongeBob, you disagree that I shouldn't hate SpongeBob. No, I hate SpongeBob, we'll just agree to disagree. That's it. That's the end of it. But, yeah. So what are your thoughts, though, in the comment section below? Do you think that people should force other people to like or dislike a show? Or do you think it should just be 100% make your own goddamn choice? Let me know in the comment section below, and until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Rants.